Próximo texto que todos pueden venir. Sí, esto es peligroso. Sí. Está cerrado. Yeah, I am starting to talk about the life. Life is so tiring. You are working, you are going to job, you are studying, especially in the Turkey. It's very hard to live a stable life. It's the biggest goal of everybody, maybe. Yeah. Nobody's watching me. They will come. Yeah. I have 2,210 subscribers. Yes. Okay, now I'm 23 years old. I'm working. You know, life is so tiring. Every day you are going to job and you have only one day permission to you, okay? Only one day holiday. And you know, they are mocking the people. This working system is mocking the people. Why do you give only one day holiday to us? Even if we work 8 hours in a day. So it's not sufficient, bro. It's not enough. Because the people have, thank you. Welcome to all viewers. Okay. You know, you have to spend time with your friends and with your family, maybe. Actually, I don't have a family. I have a family in a far place. Actually, I'm not a married person. But, if I will get married one day, I know that this one day will not be sufficient for me if I work stable. I don't understand the Turkish working system, especially in the tourism, in the public services. Public services. I'm sorry. The private services. Yeah, private services. Unfortunately, Thank you, bro. Thank you. I love you too. Thank you. May God bless you. God bless you. Okay. So I want to ask a question for you. Can you understand me clearly? Because my phone's microphone is not such a good thing. My phone is not a iPhone or anything like qualified telephone. Okay. I think that you can understand me clearly. Okay. So good. What can I say? So I was talking about the life. Unfortunately, what will we do in the future? I'm concerned about that because, unfortunately, especially in the Turkey, yeah, we know that there is a crisis, general crisis, global crisis over the world, and especially the developed countries like United Kingdom, United States, and European continent. European continent. All of them are suffering. You're suffering from the expensivity and inflation. Actually, please, can you comment to me, like, why the European countries and the United States. These are very developed countries. They are developing, they are improving day by day. We know that. At United States, they are going to space. Yeah, they are going to space. They are very developed. They are, high education system. The maybe powerful, most powerful economic situation in the United States. But I don't understand something. For example, in the Turkey, in the underdeveloped countries, the people like us, we don't have any crime, we don't have any, we have quality. Yes, I'm a Turkish bro. Actually, I'm a Turkish person, but it's a language channel. That's why I'm speaking English. I don't understand. I don't get really that why European countries allows to illegal immigration. I don't understand that because they are developed countries, especially the Germany. I have gone to Germany. I have been in Germany 2 months, and I have been in France, Belgium, Netherlands, and in these 4 European countries, and I have seen and experienced that, unfortunately, illegal immigration is very high, and that's why there are very criminals, drug dealers, maybe killers, murderers in the European continent. Unfortunately, the Europe, like the Germany, United Kingdom, and the France, all of them are not like old Europe. There is no any modern life like we imagine. Honestly, I haven't seen anyone Turkish who speaks that well. Thank you so much. Actually, I am, I'm trying to speak British accent because I like, even I love this accent. It's very important for me. That's why I'm trying to speak British accent. Maybe I can do it or not. Actually, when I speak with the British people, so they say that you are speaking very well. You are speaking RP, the British accent very well. Actually, it is the blessing of God. Yeah, praises be to God that I can speak like maybe the British native speaker. Or even, Alhamdulillah. Praises be to God. I'm a Muslim. Yeah, I'm a Muslim. Yeah. Praises be to God. It is the biggest blessing for anyone to become a Muslim. Become a Muslim and pray 5 times a day after the keeping fast in the Ramadan month. These are very big blessings for any person. But the God Almighty doesn't allow and doesn't bless these blessings to everyone. God has chosen us. Yeah, the God has chosen us, and the God Almighty didn't make us like a Hindu, like a idol worshipper. Actually, I don't want to speak about the politics and religious topics, but this is very important. That's why I have mentioned it. Yes. Hi Zahra, how are you? Okay, so I was talking about that. I don't understand really the illegal immigration. Illegal immigration in the Europe, and they allow that. For example, I can speak English, as you see. I can speak English. I can tell myself, I can explain myself to anyone, and I think that everybody knows me, everybody can understand me easily, clearly. But the people who can't speak English, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you brother, thank you. Evet, Türkçe biliyorum. Ben şimdi İngilizce yayın yapıyorum. O yüzden İngilizce konuşuyorum. İsterseniz Farsça da konuşabilirim. Hintçe de konuşabilirim. İspanyolca da konuşabilirim. Allah'a şükür bir sürü dil biliyorum yani. Allah'a hamdolsun. Yani Allah'a şükür hepsini internet vasıtasıyla. Yo estoy aprendiendo idiomas del mundo, sí. Del mundo con el internet. Gracias a Dios. Y ¿qué puedo decir? Actualmente mi español no está tan bueno, no tan bueno, sí. Gracias a Dios estoy aprendiendo. ¿Cómo se dice? Estoy aprendiendo, sí. Estoy aprendiendo ahora español y cuando aprendí español, yo quiero mucho hablar español con españoles, con latinos, como latinos, sí, como latinos, como españoles y, ¿cómo se decir? Sí, gracias a Dios que yo puedo hablar español un poquito, estoy aprendiendo ahora, sí. Okay, let's continue to our topic. I was talking about the immigration, and many people, I know many people who are very successful than me, more successful than me. They are engineers, they are doctors. Actually, I'm nothing. I am only a commis in the hotel. I'm working in the hotel as a kitchen commis, It's nothing, it's nothing actually. I only help the people. It's literally slavery. I have to confess that. It's literally slavery. But, I'm learning something. Okay. I'm slipping up. I'm sorry. I'm slipping up the topic. I'm very sorry. No, I was talking about there are many qualified people in the Turkey or in the other places of the world. But the United Kingdom. نعم يعني أنا أستطيع أتكلم عربية قليلا. أنا أفهم الأكثر. يعني إذا سمعت مثلا الجزيرة ومثلا يعني كيف أستطيع يعني لا أستطيع أتكلم ولكن أنا أفهم الفصحى العربي. يعني إذا أقرأ القرآن والأحاديث النبي صلى الله عليه وآله وإذا أشهد التلفزيون شكرا جزيلا لكل all Turkish in important places. Yeah, Turkish is important, but unfortunately, Turkish is not a world language like English or Spanish. Only 2K speaks Turkish. Only 2K. Look at the map of the world map, You'll see many countries which are speaking Spanish, for example, well, you are Syrian, okay, thank you. Yeah, أهلا وسهلا أخي, أهلا وسهلا. نعم. Thank you. Actually, I want something from my viewers, Actually, I don't understand. I don't understand that. I have 2,210 or 15 subscribers, but when I upload any video, people don't watch it. Actually, I'm uploading the education videos. I'm giving education. I'm teaching English and Persian in this channel. But most of people who subscribes me don't like and don't watch my videos. So actually, it's not useful for me because if you don't watch my videos and if you don't, how can I say it? If you don't watch my videos until end, so I can't grow up. I can't grow my channel. But I'm not a beggar. I have to confess that because I cannot force anyone to watch my videos. Watch this, bro. No. I can't do that. Actually, I am uploading my videos to internet. So whoever wants to watch my videos, so he is watching or she is watching. It's important. Yeah. I can't force anyone. Yeah. I can't force anyone. Okay. So, bro, the situation. Yeah. أهلا وسهلا أخي. الله معك. الله معك إن شاء الله. Actually, in summary, I have to say that the situation is very bad. The situation is very bad, and we can't go to Europe even for the travel. Even for the travel, and we can't go to United States. We say the dream of America. Actually, it's real. We want to go to America, United States for traveling. For traveling. Maybe some people want to work there, live there, but it's impossible for that. It's impossible for our Turkish nation because the United States has cut off everything. They don't give visa. They don't accept anything from us. So unfortunately, and Europe also started to close upon us the doors. Yeah, close the doors upon us. So unfortunately, I don't know what to say, but we don't deserve that. Yeah, we don't deserve that. So hello Istanbul, yellow blue. Yeah, yellow blue. But actually, I'm not interested in the sport. Yeah, I'm not following the football, soccer, whatever you say. Actually, we say football in British accent. So, but I respect whoever supports the football, supports the sports. Yeah. Hello, welcome. What's your name? My name is Zubair Ali. Zubair Ali. I'm a Turkish person, actually. I'm a Turkish person, and I am from the Şanlıurfa. I'm from Şanlıurfa, and I am 23 years old. If you want to know about me, I'm explaining it here. Thank you. Thank you, Zahra. Thank you. I appreciate it. What you do. Thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, okay. Oh, holiday, Enrico. What's the Enrico, bro? Enrico. Actually, it's similar to a Spanish word, but I don't know which one is. We say in the Spanish, Padre rico, padre pobre. Padre pobre means poor father, poor, who doesn't have money. We say to that, poor. Whoever have money, whoever has money, very much money, like billionaire, millionaire, we say to that rich. In Spanish, we say padre rico, padre pobre. Sí, padre pobre. Actually, I want to speak the, how can I say? I want to speak the Persian language or Hindi language, but you will not understand that. What it is? What is that, bro? What are you asking? Batuhan, bro, what are you asking to me? What if it is it? Yeah. Yeah. Please like. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. I will upload this video on my channel as a live, live stream. If you want to watch it, maybe later, you can watch it there. Yeah, in my channel. Actually, it's not a useful video, but, I'll upload it. Yeah, I will upload it. Whoever wants to watch this video, he can watch it or she can watch it. No problem for me. Okay. Zahra, where from? Thank you for commenting me and advising to people to subscribe to my channel and like my videos. So, can you tell about yourself, please? Okay. Okay. I'm thinking about future, but we have to say something. We have to say something about the future. The God is sufficient for us because we are Muslims, we are Christians, or we are Jews. We believe in religion and we believe in God Almighty. Yeah, we believe in God Almighty, and we are Abrahamic. We are Abrahamic. That's why we have to trust on God. It's very important. We have to trust on God, and we have to say that the God is sufficient, and He's the protector. He's the, He's giving blessings to us. So that's why, okay. I want to mention something here. I'm trying to fill the video. Some people ask to me, how did you learn this British accent? I want to answer a very different answer. Very different. Maybe the most of people don't expect this answer from me. They suppose that I have learned British accents by listening podcasts, by reading books, by listening Bible stories, etc. But how did I learn the British accent? It's very interesting. According to people, I have learned the British accent by listening Boris Johnson and the Rishi Sunak. These two prime ministers of the United Kingdom has people doesn't expect this answer, but it's the reality. I'm telling the truth for you. So I have learned British accent by listening the Boris Johnson and Rishi Sunak. Yeah, Exactly. I have listened them, and I have gotten information about the United Kingdom, United Kingdom's uh, political situation, and unfortunately, especially, you know, I am sad. I am sorry for the United Kingdom, because United Kingdom was a very big um, empire. United Kingdom was very big empire, and they have dropped off. They have dropped off. But also the British people also confess that their history is very bloody. The United Kingdom, British soldiers, etc., we say in the literature, the Commonwealth, Commonwealth, they have killed many innocent people, especially in the India. In the India, they have killed very innocent people, kids, children, women, and unfortunately, they see and experience. They see and experience they did what they did in the past. What's up, bro? Thank you, Abu Ubaida. Yeah, welcome to my channel. Thank you. The Britain, the United Kingdom, experience what they did do in the past. Commonwealth. We know about the Commonwealth, but I don't want to speak about these topics. Actually, it's a language learning channel. That's why I don't want to misleading you. I don't want to mislead you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay. If you want to ask me questions, so where from? I am from Şanlıurfa. I am a Turkish person. I can't speak English. Yeah. Praises be to God. I can't speak English, and I am trying to improve myself as personally and as physically, etc. Yeah, mentally. Okay, you ask me questions, so I will reply for you if it's not private and personal, because okay. Let's continue with the Persian language. Persian language I will speak with you. Maybe you wonder about the Persian language, Okay. الان چی بگم؟ یعنی بعد از انگلیسی شاید این زبان برایتون چی بگم خیلی عجیب میاد. How did you learn English? Okay. Okay. I will answer your question, Abu Ubaida. I have mentioned about it before, and I will tell you. I have listened Boris Johnson and Rishi Sunak mostly, very much. Actually, I am listening actively also right now, because by this way, I am learning the situation of United Kingdom and the British accent, so I'm improving myself. I'm not just learning a language. I'm learning about the life. How is the life out of Turkey? Because there are 200 countries in the world, and they have each of they have a different life, different lifestyles, different cultures, different language. So that's why I'm not. When I learn any language, I don't. I don't just learn any language. I learn about that language culture, like Spanish, for example. When I learn Spanish, I'm not learning just Spanish. I'm learning about the culture of Spain, Mexico, Venezuela, Colombia, and the other South American countries speaking, Spanish spoken countries. So that's why the learning language is not just something, it's a very big world. So if you want to make a journey, if you want to learn about the world, so I recommend you to learn language, especially English, because English, English is the English is the language of the world. I can say that. I can claim that if you know only English, you can travel around the world. Look at that. The Arabic, Spanish, Russian, and French. These languages are widely spoken languages. But when you speak English, you can travel 200 countries in the world easily. You will not face any difficulty because somebody will know English. Somebody will speak English with you. At least they will direct you. Where will you go? Where will you go? They will direct you. So even in the Turkey, when anybody asks you how to go to Taksim, for example, especially in the Antalya. I am living in Antalya. In the Antalya, they are asking about how to go to Land of Legends. It's a very famous place in the Antalya. That's why people are trying to go there. It's a touristic place. That's why. So you can say at least right place of left, right, 10 kilometers away, etc. That's why English is most important language in the world. It's first thing. And second, English is the easiest language in the world. I can claim that. English is the most easiest language in the world. Because, for example, I know 5 languages. Including Turkish, 6 language. So, if anybody learns any language, for example, Spanish, in Spanish, you have to say, I am giving the example of future tense. Okay, future tense. We say in Spanish, how can I say? For example, yo soy, tú eres, nosotros somos, vosotros sois, y you have to memorize. You have to memorize these words, these phrases in Spanish. But in English, we say I will, you will, he will, she will, it will, we will, they will. And the verb is not changing. The verb is not changing in the English. when we use the future tense, I will go, I will go, you will go, they will go, we will go, all of them are say. But unfortunately, in other languages, like Persian, like Spanish, like German especially, I can say that I have learned 5 languages. Now, actively learning Spanish, I can say that life is too short for learning German. I can say that because, German is a very logical language. You can't, you know, you can't speak it. You can't speak the German language like a Turkish, like another language. You have to know about the das, the articles of the German. These are very important. If you don't learn them, you can't speak the German because, we say in the English or Turkish. I will give an example from Turkish language. We say arabada, in the car. Arabayı yıkadım, for example. You can't say, this phrase in German like you want. It has a rule. The Germany is the country of rules. Country of rules. There are very much rules. You have to obey them. If you don't obey, so you can't live there. They will give you punishment. They will give you maybe deport. It's very biggest, it's very biggest disaster that you are being deported from the Germany. Yeah. It's a very bad thing. So, actually German is not a widely spoken language like Spanish or French or etc. So I advise you to learn Spanish if you know about the English. If you can't speak English clearly, then people understand you. So you can learn Spanish after English because it will, how can I say? It will help you very much. It will help you very much if you speak English. If you speak Spanish after English, because I can say that the 5 million population of the world is speaking Spanish. 2 billion of the world is speaking Hindi, and 2 billion of the world is speaking 2 billion of the world is speaking Chinese, is speaking Mandarin Chinese, Mandarin Chinese. But we have to confess that, you can also research about that, the most difficult language in the world is Mandarin Chinese, because you have to know about the hello bro, hello, welcome. You have to learn about the alphabet in Chinese language. It's important because if you don't learn about the alphabet in Chinese, you can't speak, you can't learn, you can't read, you can't do anything. It's like Arabic, Until there, you can read the Quran without Arabic alphabet, scripts. It's like that. So Chinese is the most difficult language in the world. Okay, now what should I say? Actually, I'm speaking 40 minutes. Yeah, since 40 minutes. Okay, now what will I do? Let me put this phone on this table and speak with you. Yeah, I'm actually enjoying to speak with you because, I don't have any close friends. I don't have any friend here. So there is, let me like that. Let me do like that. So I'm like, yeah, okay. Let me put this phone here. Can you hear me clearly? Can you hear me clearly when I speak? I think you can hear me clearly. I think so. So actually, as I said before, my microphone is not that good quality. That's why maybe my voice isn't my voice is coming blurry, not clear. Yeah. Okay. So what do I want to say? What can I say? What's your... Thank you for this question. What is your aim in the future? I'm 23 years old and I am working in the hotel. I'm working in the hotel as a commis, kitchen commis, kitchen, in the kitchen. I'm a chef. Actually, not a chef. I'm helper of the chef, yeah. I'm helping to my chefs, my level up people, level up high people, yeah. My aim is the stable job. It's firstly stable job and stable salary. Today's conditions maybe 100,000 lira. Yeah, 100,000 lira. Yeah. And get married. I want to get married, but actually, I don't have a proper job, a stable job. That's why I can't get along with, these seasonal works are nothing. Seasonal works are nothing. You work 6 months, maybe 7 months, etc. And after that, you are workless. You are jobless, unemployed. So it's a very big disaster. You have to pay. I am sorry. You have to pay a rent. You have to pay a rent of house, and you have to look after your children, your wife. Maybe you want to. Everybody wants that, to travel and get along with his wife. Your wife is very important, but you have to have money for these things. So unfortunately, I don't have these conditions. So I'm trying to get these conditions. After getting these conditions, I will get married, because it's the very important thing to protect your religion and your worldly life. Because we see that I'm seeing in the hotel environment, the non-religious people, there are two types of people, the religious ones, maybe Muslims, Christians, Jews, etc. These are religions. And the non-religious people, they don't pray, they don't need God, etc. Leave it. How can I say? Okay, no. I want to say, I don't want to talk about this topic. It's because it's a language channel, and I don't want to speak about the private issues and private problems. How can I say it? Political issues and religious. I don't want to. I don't want to make conflict because it's not a conflict channel. It's a. I am trying to building. I'm trying to build your language. I am trying to speak. I am trying to teach these language to people. Yeah, etc. Oh, my throat is soaked. My throat is soaked because I'm speaking since 46 minutes. 46 minutes, and I didn't drink a water. Okay, I didn't drink a bottle of water. As you know, maybe. Okay, so. I shared this video in my channel, okay? Now time to drink of water because I am very thirsty. I can't speak maybe. That's why, because of the thirst. Yeah, thirst. Teacher, I hope you achieve it. May God protect you. Thank you, bro. Thank you. May God protect you also. Actually, we say, how can I say that? We as Muslims, when we speak about the God, we have to say, may Allah protect you. May Allah, how can I say? May Allah protect you because it's not, the God, we say God. He has a name and his highest name is the Allah. We say Allah. So that's why may God protect, may Allah protect you too, brother. Thank you for watching me. Yeah. Yeah, may Allah open our doors because we live in a very difficult time as the physically, everybody doesn't have money. Everybody. Thank you for the new. May Allah. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah. If I teach, if I can teach to people, it's very big deal for me. It's a very good for me because I am helping the people, and so Allah, the God Almighty, the Allah helps me because I am helping to the slaves of God. We are slaves of God, we are slaves of God. We are servants of the Allah, servants of the God. So I am serving to servants of the God, servants of the Allah. So the God Almighty helps me. We say to that in the literature, in the daily life, karma. Maybe you have heard about that, the karma. Whatever you do, it turns you. Whatever you do. It's also written in the Quran. What he says, the God Almighty says in the Quran, he is saying that فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَهُ وَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ شَرًّا يَرَهُ. Whatever you do evil, you do goodness, it turns you. Whatever you do evil, badness, it turns you. Because it is the justice. It is the justice of the Allah, justice of the God Almighty. So it returns to you. It's very important because many people doesn't know that. Many people claim that, consider that when they make any evil, make any goodness maybe, they suppose that, they claim that it will not return them. But everybody, I can't swear, I can confess, and I can claim that everybody in this world, whoever does a good thing, it returns to him, returns to her, and whoever makes a badness, it returns to him or her. Maybe it will be okay. No. I don't want to. We see many people who are bad people. Bad people are making badness to people, and finally, we see that badness, that evil, is returning to them. There is a God, and there is a justice of the God. It's very important because many people doesn't know that. Many people claim that it will not happen to them. But the karma follows you, and one day you will find what you did. You will experience what you did one day. Not today, not tomorrow, maybe not tomorrow after, maybe 10 years later, 20 years later. It's very important. Something I have done in the past returns to me after maybe 5 years later or 10 years later. But I am experiencing it. I have experienced it. I have been witness of that in many people, in myself, and in many people. So may Allah protect us from doing evil things, because the God Almighty says in His book that He says, I don't like the wrong doors. Wrong doors means bad people who are making oppressing on the people, oppressing upon people. Yeah. Okay. I was talking about that. Now, okay. So, ask me questions. I reply for you. I wish I can do this live stream every day, but unfortunately I can't do that because it was my holiday today. It was my permission day. I have taken permission from my workplace. That's why I am doing this live stream. Otherwise, unfortunately, how can I say? Unfortunately, I have only one holiday in the week, and I am working 8 hours, 1 to 9, and when I am free from the work, I am being very exhausted, very tired. That's why I can't do any videos on the YouTube. Yeah. Okay. So I have that in this video. This what are your working hours? 1 to 9. It starts 1 noon. We say good afternoon. So I am starting at noon to Maghrib. We say how can I say evening. From noon to evening. Yeah. From noon to evening, I'm working. Actually, it's very hot here. The Antalya, it's very hot. But I love hot weather. Hot weather. Actually, I hate cold weather because I can't live. The Şanlıurfa, Şanlıurfa is very hot, and I have passed my life, the important part of my life in the Şanlıurfa. Okay. You live in Gölhisar. Okay. I think Gölhisar is not very hot, but is not very cold. The medium. But it is the center of Anatolia, center of Anatolia. I have lived in Gölhisar 1 month for the summer vacation, summer holiday, past years. Actually, let me tell you about my life's one part. In 2024, I have gone to Germany, but before going to Germany, I have lived in the Gölhisar, the district of the Bordeaux of Sparta, maybe. I don't know which district of city. It's a very, very beautiful place. Exactly. It's very beautiful place. It's very calm. It's very safe. That's why Gölhisar. Yeah, I like it. I love the Gölhisar. I have lived there 1 month, and after I have gone to Germany for traveling. I have stayed in Germany. Yeah. Inshallah, I will go to the USA to improve my education. So I want to learn English. Brother. If you will go to USA, I recommend you speak American accent. As you see, I'm speaking the British accent. And if you speak this accent in the USA, maybe it will be a problem for you. Because, in the British accent, British English, we say some words different. Because, we say torch. What is torch? For torch is the So let me answer this question. Torch is the flashlight in the American English. Flashlight, you use the flashlight in the darkness. We say to that torch. If you say torch in the United States, maybe people will not understand you because maybe they didn't hear about this word. So, if you want to learn English, listen carefully, and listen very much because, okay. Gölgesel gücü, no, I don't know about it. Only I have lived 1 month and in the center, yeah, in the center for vacation, for the holiday, okay? Yeah. And, I want to say something. Whoever wants to learn American accent, he's very lucky. Today, the American accent replaced the British accent. I'm watching American movies like Disney. Oh, I want to say about that, Disney. Oh, I am not watching the Disney films from Disney website. I don't pay for that. I am using some websites, some free websites. I am watching that movies from there. So I am learning English. I am enjoying the films, and I don't pay for the boycott. I don't pay for that. It's firstly, I have an alternative. No need for the waste of money. So You can watch the films for the American accent. You can listen the Islamic sermons, and you can listen the many things in American accent. Yeah. Okay. So, Abu Ubaidah, how will you go to USA? You know, actually, I want to go to USA also, but for the traveling, not for living, because I don't think that I can live in the USA. Actually, I'd rather to live in United Kingdom. Yeah, United Kingdom, because the United Kingdom situation is better than the United States. I think so. I don't know about actually the situation of United Kingdom and the situation of the United States, but America, United States doesn't look very, how can I say, very good to me, because I'd rather, as I said before, I prefer to live in United Kingdom to America. Yeah, I want to say that. Yeah. Okay. It's been 1 hour, and since 1 hour, I'm speaking English. Yeah. Maybe in my real life, in my in my real life, actual life, I can't speak like that, because unfortunately, I don't have any friends to speak English. Many of my friends can't speak like that. So that's why I'm speaking to you. I'm speaking to my chat GPT. I'm speaking to, how can I say? So yeah, exactly. I'm speaking to you like that. You're asking me, and I'm replying to your questions, replying to your questions. I'm answering you. So life is passing like that. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to talk. If you ask me, so I can reply you. Yeah. If it will be, I don't know about. Now I'm trying to improve and make white my YouTube channel, because I have passed the 1,000 subscribers. It's it's very the 1,000 subscribers is very easy thing to collect. The difficult part, the tough part of the YouTube is the 4,000 hours. 4,000 hours, because if you don't complete 4,000 hours, so you can't earn money on the YouTube. So unfortunately, I have now since 3 months, I have only 618 hours on the YouTube right now. So why do I make live streams? So that I can increase my watch time, and I'm trying to do that, but it will work or not, only God knows. And I will see the result. Yes, tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I will see the result. Every day I'm seeing that one other is coming to my YouTube channel. So let's make a difference. Today I want to study at MIT, so I should go to USA, go to the USA. Right now I'm studying at the Yıldız Technical University. Oh, very good. Congratulations, bro. Congratulations. My department is mechatronic engineering. I want to improve about underwater vehicle plus. Very good. Very good. I congratulate you because, unfortunately, I couldn't go to quality university. Actually, I have no skill. I have no skill about the mathematics. I can't do that. And I help all of Muslims. I congratulations, bro. I congratulate you. But you have to know something. You have to protect yourself. It's very important. You have to. You know about that. We can't see the devil, Satan. But the problem is not that. The devil, the visible devil is the people, people are trying to mislead you. People are trying to betray you, betray your religion, betray your values. So these are the devils, these are the misleading devils, Satans. You have to be aware of them. You have to protect yourself. So, but by that way, you can help of the Muslims. You can improve yourself. So, I have to advise something to you. Start from yourself after help to people, because if you don't improve yourself, if you don't help yourself, you can't help the people. Because especially, for example, you want to give money, you have to give money to people, to person. If you don't have money, so you can't help him, you can't help to her, or you help to him. So it's very important that you have money after you are giving this money to people. So unfortunately, I have noticed something in today's Muslims. They are trying to guide to people. They are trying to guide to people despite they have nothing. The man doesn't pray. The man doesn't keep fast. The man doesn't practice religion. And he tries to call the people on the religion of God, the God's religion. It's very, it's very complex thing, it's very complex thing. So that's why we see that, unfortunately, the people are being far from the religion, because he says that, the man says that this man couldn't help himself. So how he can help me in this situation? The man doesn't pray, the man doesn't practice the language, practice the religion. So how he can help me? So that's why I want to say that I know that I'm speaking a lot. I'm talking a lot, I apologize for that. The helping yourself by self, etc., is most important. After you will help to people. You will help to people. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to talking, first time. Actually, that I'm speaking since 1 hour, 1 hour 10 minutes, 1 hour 10 minutes. That's why I'm tired of. I'm not feeling sleepy. It's very terrible thing, because I have to wake up. I must wake up at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning for the going to my job. You know that I am working in the hotel, so I have to reach out my job, and you know I will how can I say? I will walk this way. Maybe I will walk 10, no, not 10 minutes, sorry. I will walk 30 minutes, 30 minutes, yeah, 30 minutes, yeah. I should sleep to get up early. Have a good day. May Allah bless you. Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know, I want to sleep that time, but unfortunately I can't sleep because I don't feel sleepy. And when I don't feel sleepy, I can't sleep. I'm turning around in the bed. So it's a very big disaster. It's a very big, what do we say? It's a bad dream, you know, bad dream. Yeah. It's a very big bad dream for you, turning around in the bed. I can't sleep. Yeah. Okay. Grow on the YouTube and teach more to people. But you know, how do I will do this? How do I will reach to this my goal? I don't know about it. Yeah. I don't know what should I do now because I'm very bored, I'm very tired. Actually, I don't want to sleep because I don't feel sleepy. I'm tired of by speaking. Now, I will, you know, I will drink some water now. Some water because my throat is soaked by speaking, by talking consistently, you know, consistently. That's why now take a break. If you want to watch my now live stream, so wait me 5 minutes, okay? I will take some drink, some water, yes, some water. After I will return for you. Thank you for watching me, okay? Now, praise be to God, I have drunk my water. Now my throat is wet, you know, my throat is wet. I can speak more reliefly, okay. So, what should I tell you? You know, I want to tell about something. In this life, I have learned something. I have to believe in karma. You know, everybody has to believe in karma because maybe as a human being, you know, I'm a human being. I'm not a angel. I'm not an angel. I'm not a you know, faultless person, faultless. I have faults. I have wrong things. I have, I have faults, etc. So, unfortunately, I have found, I have experienced what I did in the past. Yeah, in the past, because I have committed some sins maybe in the past. So I have experienced it. The God has punished me. That's why. Actually, I am regretting for that. I'm regretful for my sins. But the the problem is, the experiencing that sins are very bitter. Are very bitter, it's very bitter that you delight, you take pleasure, and afterwards you experience it. So it's very bad thing for any person. So the person has to be harmless for the people, especially for the people, for the animals, for the plants, plants. The man shouldn't harm to any plant, any tree, any flower, without any reason, without, yeah. I want to tell about this thing, yeah. We are in a sacred month, Muharram al-Haram. We see that the Imam Hussein killed by Yazid. It's a very tragic event in the history, It's very bad thing. It's very sad. They are killing the family of the Prophet. Whoever reads this, so whoever is being sorry and sad for these events, yeah. Okay, how can I explain that? Okay, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say, what to talk. So if you ask me, I can speak for you. I can speak for you. Okay. So nobody watches me. So I'm closing the live stream. Okay. Now time to go. Time to go. Thank you. Thank you for watching me. Some viewers watch my video until maybe 10 minutes of 20 minutes, etc. I thank all of them. Yeah, I thank all of them. Okay, time to go. See you later.